Good morning. It's Tuesday of the 6th week of Easter. We're up in the Faith Formation office today to talk to Nina Forster, our, what we like to call Pickle, Parish Catechetical Leader, PCL. But before we get to Nina, let's talk and listen to today's long first reading from today's Mass, from the Acts of the Apostles. The crowd in Philippi joined in the attack on Paul and Silas, and the magistrates had them stripped and ordered them to be beaten with rods. After inflicting many blows on them, they threw them into prison and instructed the jailer to guard them securely. When he received these instructions, he put them in the innermost cell and secured their feet to a stake. About midnight, while Paul and Silas were praying and singing hymns to God as the prisoners listened, there was suddenly such a severe earthquake that the foundations of the jail shook. All the doors flew open and the chains of all were pulled loose. When the jailer woke up and saw the prison doors were wide open, he drew his sword and was about to kill himself, thinking that the prisoners had escaped. But Paul shouted out in a loud voice, "Do not do harm to yourself. We are all here." He asked for a light and rushed in, and trembling with fear, he fell down before Paul and Silas. Then he brought them out and said, "Sirs, what must I do to be saved?" And they said, "Believe in the Lord Jesus, and you and your household will be saved." So they spoke the word of the Lord to him and to everyone in his house. He took them in at that hour of the night and bathed their wounds. Then he and all his family were baptized at once. He brought them up into his house and provided a meal, and with his household rejoiced at having come to faith in God. Today's reading is a piece of history, and it's something that we go and think about and we reflect upon and recognize how important our background is. And if it isn't for those who help us to recognize this background, our faith would be incomplete. And that's why it's important that we celebrate those who educate not only us old people, but especially our children. That's where faith formation comes in. And that's why today I am asking that you join me in welcoming our guest for today, our parish catechetical leader, Nina Forster.
Good morning, everybody.
So Neen, I call her Neen, there's somebody on the floor. In case you hear a little chewing, it is Griffin, which is Nina's and her family's dog. And right now he's being real good, but be prepared. We never know what he's going to do. He's still a puppy.
That's for sure.
So, what have you been doing during these now 10 weeks without?
Wow, 10 weeks. We've been doing a lot of yard work. I have 3 boys at home, so I'm taking advantage of that. I've been training Griffin, and I've been cooking a lot, which I decided to stop doing so that my boys would stop eating. The more I cook, the more they eat, and I'm tired of my dinners getting eaten the night before that I'm actually going to serve them. So doing cooking and a lot of cleaning, painting the foyer, you know, small projects.
So you're not just sitting at home watching Tiger King on Netflix.
No, I'm not. I guess I'm probably the one person that hasn't seen it yet. So, and I come in here too. I come to work. So I've been doing that too.
And speaking about what has been happening in your life, what have you been doing for yourself spiritually during these weeks?
Well, I have been watching Father's 5 Minutes, which is great, actually. I enjoy doing it, and I hope he continues to do it even after COVID. Also, I've been doing a lot of research to help our confirmation candidates and our summer program families complete their requirements at home, and in researching different topics and different things to give them that are fun and interesting for them to complete with the kids, I also learn a lot that way too. So, you know, we're busy here, and it's been helpful, and it's been somewhat relaxing when I can come here away from the house with 4 men. So,
Are you saying that being now 5 if you count
well,
Griffin?
yes.
So, what has it been like? You're always working with kids, with catechists, with Amy, who is your assistant, who we'll get to meet later in the week. What's it like now, where it's basically nobody here?
It's lonely. But I also, it's a time to like focus on different things, trying to find new ways to bring the faith to the children. I keep in touch with the other PCLs to see what they're doing. We're supporting them and trying to find different ways to use different medias to speak to our parents and to teach the children. So we're planning ahead, a just in case scenario, and hopefully it won't have to come to fruition. But so it's, yeah, I enjoy seeing the kids and seeing the catechist, and that can get kind of lonely, and knowing that there's going through the summer for the same with the same thing is you know, different, that's for sure.
Now, we always look with a hopeful promise to the future. Even though we don't know what lies ahead of us, are you going to do registration for
Yes.
the 2021 season?
Yes, we will be doing registration. This week the families will receive a letter before Friday about how to registration. Amy is working on improving our registration form, and it'll be done online. And we will have everyone registering for the fall. It was difficult to cancel our summer program. I kept in there until the last minute. Some parishes were able to do virtual, but we didn't have a whole lot of volunteers to even consider doing something like that. So we'll take a look at the programs and see how we can improve them and tweak them. And you know, I like to change things up. I like to switch things up. I think things get stagnant, and there's always new resources out there to take advantage of, and this is an opportunity for me to take a look at everything.
I think it's great that you say that, because when we rely upon the mantra, we've always done it that way, we end up staying in one place.
Mm-hmm.
We don't grow.
Right.
And I think using what that idea of constantly moving, improving, changing, not changing for the sake of changing, but changing with a purpose, really makes a difference. And I think that is a positive thing. And unluckily, you're having to do it here alone. Well, not alone, you've got Griffin. But you know, doing it up here gives you the chance to really make this happen.
Right.
And I think that really is a gift. Unluckily, it's a gift with consequences, loneliness, trying to find resources. But it is going to, in the end, really be very fruitful for our young people who are possibly watching today, because they'll find out that you're going to be on. But secondly, because it's something to help them see that there is always change. There's always flux. There's always growth.
Right. And the biggest challenge I have is to continue to teach. The bishop has asked us to continue our programs and to find ways to work with parents. And I understand the burden of teaching your children at home. So I don't want to add to the stress of the family. So trying to find things that are fun for the kids, but that also teach them in the faith, and to bring families together and learn their faith together and have parents revisit things that they may have forgotten or something new that they never knew. So I think it's great that that there could be that opportunity in these small moments of different activities I'm sharing and giving to the parents and to the faith formation families.
Thank you for your day. Thank you for wherever Griffin went to.
Sleeping.
Yeah, he decided he had his bone for a few minutes. He went for a walk. God only, now he's drinking, God knows. And that's flux, that's change, and that's hope. Thank you for joining me. Thank you all for listening. Have a great day and enjoy this being with God today and always.